What's good, you guys? We're back again with another video. So the Nuggets are up 3-1 against the Miami Heat, so we can pretty much assume that they're going to close the series in 5. And I'm not going to be one of those guys that said this was a boring finals or nothing, because I do think we got some great performances by some great players that kind of like overshadowed how dominant the Nuggets have been. But compared to past finals like last year, this doesn't come close. 2021, this doesn't come close. 2020, the shit Jimmy was doing in that series, this doesn't come close. But it hasn't been that bad. It's just been the Heat been underperforming. And also, the Nuggets are just better. They were the #1 seed for a reason. And I feel like a lot of people overthought it when it came to them versus the Phoenix Suns. It was like, oh, Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are going to kill them in the pick and roll. Not really acknowledging that that team just got together a month ago, and this team has been together for 3 years, 3-some years, adding Aaron Gordon at one point. So a lot of people took the Phoenix Suns. I didn't take them. A lot of people seeing that the Lakers had the top defense in the West and in the playoffs, and they was like, oh, Anthony Davis can do something with Jokic, and then I don't see Aaron Gordon stopping LeBron, so I'm gonna take the Lakers. Not realizing the Lakers were a 7 seed for a reason. No, you can complain and say it's on some people. No, they were a 7 seed for the reason, and look what the Nuggets did. They handled them in 4 games. So then you get to this series, and people like, I just can't count out the Heat. I can't count out Jimmy Butler. And a lot of people had it going 6 or 7, and they had the some people had the Heat winning, and I wasn't gonna make that mistake again. I mean, even though I didn't make it in the first place, I wasn't going to make that mistake. I had Nuggets in 5. But I did say I wouldn't be surprised if he did something crazy, because they've been doing something crazy this whole playoffs. But in this series, they just outmatched in every span of the way, because they don't have the bodies. I think what this playoffs has done is kind of hidden the fact that the Heat are a terrible roster. That's why a lot of Heat fans wanted Pat Riley gone when they made no moves in the trade deadline. And just because they made the finals, a lot of people kind of like, they didn't really care about that. Like, you got guys like Cody Zeller playing, a nigga named Hayward Highsmith playing. Like, the roster is terrible, but them becoming the best shooting team in the league out of nowhere, and Jimmy Butler having that one series, it kind of took them this far. But they just went to a team that just, they don't fuck around. This team doesn't play no games. The Nuggets I'm talking about, they don't play no games. They don't play with their food, and they have arguably the best player in the world. So to talk about game 3, I want to talk about game 3. Jokic did his thing. Jamal Murray, he didn't shoot it well, but he was playmaking his ass off. But I want to shout out Aaron Gordon, because he did what he did in that first quarter of game 1. He just dominated any matchup on him. Any matchup. At times they disrespected him, putting Max Strus on him, putting Gabe Vincent on him. He just dominated. Then he hit his shots. He hit his 3. So now they had to come out there and respect him. And he started killing them out there. Then he started killing them on the boards. And then one thing that you're never going to see on the stat sheet, his defense on Jimmy Butler, it was crazy. Because what Jimmy Butler likes to do, he overpowers a lot of people. And he pump fakes a lot. But what did I tell you on my breakdown before the series? He's not going to be able to overpower Aaron Gordon, because Aaron Gordon is just as big, maybe even bigger, and is just as strong, maybe even stronger. So he's not going to be able to get off like he's done in past series. I think every series he's had a really good game, but this series. And that's because Aaron Gordon, he's been locking in. Another thing I want to talk about, Michael Porter Jr. has been shooting it terrible this whole playoffs. Not whole playoffs, I'm sorry. Whole finals. But yesterday, he found out a way to do the other things. He rebounded the ball. He was actually locked in on defense. And what did he fucking do? He copied what Aaron Gordon did, and he cut. And while cutting, you're going to be able to get the rebounds, or you're going to be able to get the ball, because Jamal Murray is going to see you, and definitely Jokic is going to see you. And that's how he got some of his buckets. And then he hustled. He doesn't do that. I'm a Michael Porter Jr. guy. I've been a Michael Porter Jr. guy for a minute. I know if he's not hitting, he's not focused. And to see him focus yesterday, I loved it. He made his impact felt in that game, and that's something that he hasn't been able to do since game 1. And that's how he kind of did it in game 1. The shot wasn't falling. Okay, I'm going to go out there and get 12 rebounds. I'm going to go out there and defend, get a couple blocks. I'm going to go out there and do the hustle things. He went away from that in game 2 or 3. And then this game, he did it all over again, and he wasn't a negative. Now, it did help that Mike Malone cut his minutes, but still in the minutes that he played, I think he was pretty effective. He just wasn't shooting it good. Even in the other games he was playing, he wasn't moving at all. And I don't know if that's the offense. You see at times, they used to go for him. Like during the regular season in the first 3 series, they go and make plays for him to get open because, you know, he can't really create for himself. But they kind of went away from that when they seen he started shooting it bad. So I'm not going to put that all on him. But at times, you still got to move. And he wasn't moving. Now, how the Nuggets dominated yesterday, Coach Spo got exposed. Not exposed, out coach. The Nuggets ran. You know when you watch the Nuggets and like more so the first 3 quarters is Jamal, and then you'll have times where Jokic want to take over, but mostly it's about them trying to make the other score, and then the stars will take over, and they will run back to back pick and rolls in that 4th quarter. They did that the whole game. The whole game. And Spo did what I told him to do after game 1, was blitz Jamal Murray. Cool. And it worked, I believe, in game 3, even though he still had 10 assists. It worked still. But, no, actually it worked in game 2. But he blitzed him and then kept everybody on the shooters. Because it's not like they were trying to rotate and they just couldn't get there. No, they weren't rotating. So he left Jokic at the top of the key where it's his hot spot to take his threes. He left him there the whole time. And you look at it, I believe Jokic only had 7 attempts and made, what, 3 of them? You look at it like 7 attempts, all right. No, he did that all game. And when he was out there, he didn't shoot it every single time. Sometimes he puff faked and just drove. And then he created other things. A lot of his assists that he had that night was because doing that, he found out he was just wide open and he wasn't going to shoot it every single time. So he found us. I remember one, he got it and he pump faked and kicked it out to KCP. KCP hit a 3. Same thing with Aaron Gordon. Why? And then in the 4th quarter, then you finally switch. I'm saying, I was talking to my boy in the group chat, and I was like, he's getting out coach. He was like, no, he's not. He's like, you just got to pick your poison. Okay, well, when you're picking your poison for the first 3 quarters and that shit is not working, mix it up. Switch. Y'all have gotten here from switching the whole playoffs. So why not switch? You blitz, cool. Okay, he's killing you on the blitz. The whole point of blitzing Jamal Murray is to see if he can play me off the blitz. He fuck around, had 10 assists in the first 3 quarters. So when you blitz, cool. Now he's killing us, switch. Now we switch. And Jokic is getting the ball at the top of the key. And that's a lot easier not to guard him because I don't want to disrespect Jokic. But now you can get the guys to help off and then help Jimmy because at some point Jokic is just going to put his head down. And if he doesn't pass the Jokic, I trust Bam Adebayo on Jamal Murray. I do. I trust him more than I fucking trust Jimmy Butler. So I felt like that play that they just kept running, that hurt them. And it was like no resistance. Like you're leaving one of the best big man shooters of all time, one of the best bigs of all time, opening at the top of the key where he can just dissect you if he don't want to shoot. And that hurt. Another thing he got out coach. Max Strus is not hitting. Caleb Martin is not hitting. He's giving you a couple hustle plays, but even that, he still has to hit the play. You went away from Gabe Vincent, cool. Why the fuck is Duncan Robinson only getting like 15 minutes? If Max and Caleb are not hitting, don't play them. You got a guy in Duncan Robinson when he's been shooting it lights out. He's even had times where he came in and he shifted the momentum. He had it yesterday. He came in and he had 7 straight points and then he called a timeout. Like he's done this twice in this series. And like y'all go the first quarter without him. And then y'all put him in like a half-minute mark in the 4th. Why? If you see that the camera just got clearer, I just realized I wasn't using my camera the whole time. But like I said, if Max Strus is not hitting, you pull the plug quick. And he didn't do that. And he kept Duncan Robinson on the bench. I didn't like that. The Cody Zeller moments. It's no. If you're going to play Cody Zeller with Jimmy Butler, just go out there and just take Cody out and put Hayward Highsmith on and just double off Jokic. You, like I said, like my boy said, pick your poison. I'm picking my poison and looking at Cody Zeller fucking up their offense that's already pretty fucked up. You gotta go away from those. Hayward Highsmith has to get minutes this series. I think he's a big part of the series. And the fact that he's not getting the minutes is kind of confusing me. But yeah, that's just no. And then he really can't fix this, but these niggas, their offense is terrible. And it's always been terrible. But when they're shooting fucking 42% from the 3 as a team, it's gonna hide that. But this offense is god awful. God awful. Shout out to Kyle Lowry for trying to change it. He's been open. I don't know why. I always loved his game, and see him kind of go back to old Kyle Lowry. I've been loving it. But he can't do it by himself. And now who do I want to talk about? Jimmy fucking Butler. I put out a tweet that said, so when we gonna talk about Jimmy? And the first thing I'm hearing, fuck Josh Hart. Oh, he's hurt. His ankle's still hurt. You can obviously see it. His shots are short. I don't give a fuck. I don't. Because look, last year, did Jason Tatum choke? Yes, he did. Was his shoulder hurt and his wrist hurt? Yeah, I think he had to get wrist surgery. Yes, he did. Do we still label it as a choke? Yes, we do. So when they fucking lose, Jimmy Butler is choking right now. We gotta keep that same energy. When Devin Booker lost, when they got blown out in Game 6 this year, was it a choke? Yeah. But did y'all know that he twisted his ankle? Yeah, y'all did. But y'all don't care about it because they got blown out. I don't give a fuck about injuries. Nigga, you are out there playing. He's had great games after the injuries. The injury was 6 weeks ago. At least D-Book twisted his ankle Wednesday. They played Friday, and he was terrible. Nigga, Jason Tatum twisted it in the game. He had no choice, but he still played. Nigga, your shit was twisted 6 weeks ago. I don't care. That's not a good excuse. He's been terrible. Terrible. Defense been pretty good though. I'm not a basketball watcher and just waiting for the 30 ball. No, defense been pretty good, except the last 2 games. It was actually only good that game too. Even yesterday was decent, but Jamal was missing. He was still getting to his spots. But the defense been pretty good, but their best player this year has been Bam, and Bam hasn't even been that good outside game 2 and 1. And even 1 is they just ran into a better team. Ran into a better team, a smarter team, not the Knicks, and not the dumbass Celtics. They ran into a team that's played like they've been there the last 3 out of 4 years. So yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose what? Game 5's on Monday. They're gonna lose that game. I don't even know if I want to say great season. Great luck. Very great luck. And fuck. I love Kevin Love. That's my bet. He's been playing decent. That's my bet. But fuck him for making Giannis get hurt because we got robbed of a good motherfucking finals, boy. We got robbed. But that's it for this video. Hopefully I like it. I got a lot of things planned. I'm waiting for the offseason. I really don't care about this finals. Waiting for the offseason. I got a lot of videos planned. I got a lot of series planned for this offseason. Mock draft coming out soon because the draft is in like 14 days. So I gotta drop that. Some of my best videos are mock draft, so I'll let y'all know when that comes out. But other than that, I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.